As many know, there's a lot of talk about Jason Aldean in this latest release. Tried that in a small town. And it's all regarding these uprisings in urban cities that many people are, of course, aware of. But with this music video itself, I find it very interesting. They show the clock at the very beginning of the video on top of the dome structure. And first it shows at 9:04. And then as the music video continues, you see the flames over the clock, over the time. It's 9:05. And to me, this can be either September 5th, or it can be obviously the reverse, and it can mean May 9th. So one of the two, but why would I say this? For anybody that's followed my channel for the longest time, they'll know when it comes down to it. Hints and clues in plain sight. Just like I just stated, covering before in the past, when it comes to movies such as Back to the Future, where they give us the truth and entertainment in plain sight. What do you see here? The 9 in the 1-1 in the street. And you see also in plain sight, it says own. Again, I mentioned before how they work on opposites reverse. Own is NWO in reverse. Let's get to it with this scene here. Again, from Back to the Future. With Jason Aldean's music video, this is why I bring this topic up. Take a look here at the time that Marty McFly says, I have to tell you about the future to Doc. It's 9:59 as you see here. Let's get a little bit of a close-up. Where again you see from Back to the Future, 9:59 on the clock. What I mentioned this time, take a look here with this memorial, 9:59. And again, Marty McFly saying to Doc, I have to tell you about the future. So this is classic predictive programming. And like I showed earlier, make no mistake about it, when that's in the movie, you have this with the 9 and the 2 1s. And just like this scene at the gas station with Marty McFly's truck, and of course, Marty McFly, you get your MM for 33. You get your 119. And of course, you flip it around, you get your 911. And if people cannot connect the dots here and think this is just by chance or some amazing coincidence, take a look here at Doc holding these 2 stopwatches. Again, the same concept of 119 twice. You reverse it, you know what you get with the 911. Now, take a look here at this one scene from Back to the Future number 2. This is all scenes I just showed from Back to the Future number 1. Look here at Back to the Future number 2. What do you see here? The 2 infamous buildings. You see the torch from the Statue of Liberty, just like looking over New York Harbor. And of course, you see Marty McFly dressed up as a woman, and how that relates to so-called Lady Liberty or the Statue of Liberty. As you can see, that's a face of a man. Definitely, it's not Lady Liberty, just like the concept with Marty McFly as a female. There's definitely multiple things taking place, as you see here. Old man McFly hanging upside down, and from his perspective, how the buildings come down. And for those that believe it's just some amazing coincidence, the connections I made with Back to the Future, take a look here when it comes to the movie itself. They must go 88 miles per hour to achieve time travel. You have here, when it comes to the tribute in lights, there just so happens to be 88 searchlights for the tribute in lights. Definitely not just some amazing coincidence. And getting back to the clock tower itself, there's a scene from the first Back to the Future where they want to save the clock tower, and in plain sight as always in the background, the third eye with the all-seeing eye in the back. Let's get a better look, a better vantage point of what is behind. And you see the third eye, and this is Polaris or Lucifer. And a very important aspect is when it comes to the Bible itself, when it comes to the third, this is a reference to Lucifer and a third of the angels, as mentioned in Revelation 12, verses 3 through 9. Again, representing the third or 33% of the fallen angels. And this is 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, what this is referring to. People think it's referring to the third eye. Yes, it is, but there's a duality aspect, again, with Lucifer and the third with the 33%. And that gets back to Jason Aldean, as you see here, his arms being spread out just like Christ. A lot of people in the music industry in Hollywood do this, and this is to mock Jesus Christ. Just as you see here with Trent Reznor, and 9-inch nails with his arms out, again, mocking Christ. And just a side note, the reason for the name 9-inch nails, they say they use 9-inch nails to crucify Jesus Christ. So just understand who's running the music industry with all these individuals. And just like you see here with Kanye West, with the Con in the name, don't think for a second any of these individuals are true Christians. Absolutely not. And that gets back to Jason Aldean, as I show him with his arms out like Christ. And that gets into a topic I covered many years ago with Jason Aldean in Las Vegas. And here you see partial of the tattoo that I covered. I'll get in more details, a little bit closer look at it. But here you see him live in concert with these cards. And this is from the Illuminati card game. And this card game came out well before he had those tattoos put into play. And they're identical with the Jack and the Ace, as you see here in Las Vegas. Again, this is a card game. It's called the Illuminati card game that came out in the 90s. Take a look here. And it just so happens to be the same exact cards. Again, the Jack and the Ace in Vegas, just like his tattoo with the sun symbolism. Now, when it comes to Jason Aldean and Freemasonry, it just so happens the music video itself from Small Town, as you see here. Look at the running time of the actual music video. 3 minutes and 3 seconds for your 33. Now, take a look here at this clip from 2014 where Jason Aldean explains why he changed his name from Jason Williams to Jason Aldean. Let's get to it.
Jason Aldean Williams.
Yeah, absolutely. That's, the funny thing is Williams was such a common name that, I just decided to go with my middle name, and figured nobody would have the same name as me if I went with my middle name. So that's ultimately why I use it.
Now, one thing I find interesting, he just said he changed his name to Aldean because there's too many Jason Williams. And as you see here, the difference in spelling with the Aldean name. So why would he change it to Aldean? And it's going to be very clear, and it all comes down to Freemasonry. People that follow my channel will know this already. Jason Williams is not a 33 name in either Pythagorean or Chaldean numerology. Take a look here. Jason Aldean is 33. Just like I mentioned earlier, I showed earlier with the time stamp or the time length of the music video, Small Town, with the 303 or 33. Again, make no mistake, you're not going to make it on top of this world unless you're a Mason, without a shadow of a doubt. And that gets back to the music video itself. This is very important in my estimation. There's a possibility this won't be anything. It could be, again, September 5th. It could be May 9th. It could be nothing. But just going by what I've seen over the years, I look for clues when it comes to Freemasonry. Hopefully Mason in place and predictive programming in place prior with Jason Aldean, as I showed in Vegas. So we have to look at the clues, signs, and symbols. There's no guarantee anything will happen on this date here, again, of 9/5, September 5th, or even May 9th. But again, this is just looking at things. It's not about being paranoid. It's about being vigilant and knowing they tell us what's going to happen before it happens. So we have to look for these clues, and they're usually in plain sight. And again, the flames over the clock is very telling to me. We'll have to wait and see. I don't have a crystal ball. I just look at the signs and symbols and the potential of something happening on this date of either September 5th or May 9th.
Don't believe the papers, don't believe the news, 'cause all that they serve you are opinionated views. Don't switch on my TV, 'cause all they do is lie. And I don't need no programming telling me what to buy. But I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free. believe in war or the reasons why they're for. Don't believe celebrities pretending to be what they ain't. Make poverty history, they say, holding the saints. But I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free. I believe the truth will set you free. Don't believe the justice system will give you what you deserve. It's all run by bad judges and Lucifer they serve. Don't believe banks are honest, it fleets you to the bone. When there's nothing left to get, they'll even take you home. But I believe the truth will set you free. 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 I believe the truth